All right, so it's ending day one of the SHOT Show here in Vegas, 2026. We talked with a hell of a lot of people, about 30,000 steps in, I think. What do you think? How's it going?
I'm excited. We've met with a lot of our current suppliers that are just happy with us as well and negotiating better pricing, and then a lot of new brands that are looking for a good, solid distributor.
In a number of different spaces. We've talked with kind of knives, we've done tactical, hunting, archery, video, like all sorts of different stuff.
Med kit. The med kits was a big one. Looking for distributors that are solid and have their act together. And buying power, they're really gravitating towards us.
Yeah, so there's a number of brands that we already work with that we're building better relationships with, and then trying to establish new relationships, even with some that maybe don't have distribution here in the US or don't have it online or need more retail. Like, it's kind of the scope.
It's wide open. I would say between myself and Vlad and Caleb, we probably have 40 contacts just in the first day, and that's for our buying team to vet out and to follow up with.
Because there's a lot that goes into that vetting process. We're not just saying yes to anybody that wants to sell. We got to make sure that the product, the brand, the distribution aligns with what our clients need, what the consumer needs. We're not just
Absolutely. Some of the biggest questions are, what's their lead time? When have they been out of inventory? How many SKUs have they ran out of inventory throughout the year? We don't want those people that are having that inventory problem or that really aren't meeting America.
Yeah.
So once we go through that vetting process, and that shows our quality that they're looking for as well, because we're representing their brand.
Yeah.
They don't want to just go to any distributor. They want to go to someone that's going to treat their brand properly.
Yeah, so we're working to take care and protect those brands, and then resale and our distribution partners as well. You know, we want to make sure they trust us to do that homework for them. And so that's what we're here for. So it's an exciting time. We're day one. We've got 3 more days of this to go. So we'll see if the energy remains this high over the course of the next few days. Yeah, we're ready to put in the work. That's what we're here for. So there's going to be a heck of a lot of content, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff to watch over the course of the next few days. Be sure to tune in, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, man.
Day 2's in the books, huh?
It is. It's another long day.
I think you can tell we put in some effort. The energy has been flowing. You know, I'm excited. I'm drained, but excited.
Yeah. Day 2 is always a rough one once you get over the hump. Saw a lot of vendors today, both of our current ones and future ones as well.
Yeah, we got locked in some new arrangements. I just got done talking with someone we've talked to this morning. They're already super excited. Flagged me down as I walked by, so that's cool to see. Got some bigger numbers kind of set up with some of our existing. I mean, what's the goal for tomorrow? Let's kind of look at that.
Kind of wrap up on today. I met some really good new brands.
Okay.
Brands are made by the owners that we talked.
Yeah, some family brands.
Some family brands, handmade axes, handmade safety gear. So we're really trying to make that fit with us and distribution.
Yeah.
Yes, we can go to the big boys and buy them, but it was really good talking to the people that had their own business and were looking for
their hands, and it fits. We get excited about helping build those smaller brands up, get them out there, American made, American created.
Yeah.
You know, like you mentioned the axes and stuff. There was holsters, we got knives, you know, right there in Florida too, just on the road from the warehouse.
Absolutely.
So super excited about some of the brands.
And another thing is that we can actually work with these people one-on-one. So if there's an issue, rather than going through all the channels, we can call them up directly and go, hey, product-wise or whatever. And tomorrow, pretty much will be the last day. I think we've got a lot more people to hit.
Yeah.
I don't realize there's 2,800.
It's huge. It's tremendous. Yeah, you've got multiple casinos, multiple convention centers, tens of thousands of people going through. So we do the best we can. That's why we've got a whole group here trying to cover a ton of ground.
Yeah.
But that's why we keep coming back year after year.
Yeah. We've got 6 people on the ground, and we barely even see each other because it's so big.
Yeah,
so,
where are you at now and run around? But been super productive, very excited for the dealers that we're working with and stores and partners and helping them expand what they're doing in their read and being able to bring, you know, kind of bridge that gap between the
next part, the exciting part is getting the contract signed, getting the inventory in, and then really going, it's here, you know, and then getting the sales team trained on all this new stuff.
Right.
Because we want them to know, hey, here's this axe was made in this way with this type of hickory, with this type of steel, and then that way we can go out and sell it to our dealers and educate them.
And so we help those brands out and expand there. And so explain that. Like, so once the handshake is done and we get the contract in and they send in their SKUs, their catalog. So then we got to kind of go through and find the best producing ones that'll best serve our dealers. that will then be purchased by end user, and how to turn, not, for us, it's not just about the margin, right? So like from here, what's next steps typically in that process?
Well, you hit it right in the head. We want to start with some of the best selling product, and that gets our foot in the door, that gets our dealers moving. And some of the negotiation is, we'll pick up your slow moving items, but we need a better deal on these.
Right.
And so yes, we're going to start with that. We'll get the initial order in, and then we'll start spreading the word through our marketing team, through the Amazon stores, through the dealers,
right.
And then say, hey, we've got these products. And if they need any marketing material, if they need any POP or anything to produce in the stores, to go up for that.
Yeah, so you have the independent store owner that's out there. Instead of them going and saying, hey, I want to buy 20 of these because that's all I can handle.
Yeah.
We get to come in and we're buying for X number of those dealers. So we're buying cases. So we negotiate the best deal here to be able to get them the best deal, take care of the logistics of how that works. So we take the headache off of the manufacturers. So, I mean, it's great to be a part of, especially with everything going on. And we're currently, right now it's 2026, we're end of January. So there's major political conferences going on across the globe. Mm-hmm. But since we're dealing with a lot of domestic brands.
And the raw materials, the support where the raw materials come from.
Yeah.
And so most of the companies we're talking to have a good, strong source of raw materials because we don't want to be out, which means everyone else is out of product. The other part of that is contract standpoint, we're there to support the whole business. And that's where these brands are really appreciative of, hey, we'll do marketing for you. They're like, what?
Yeah.
And but that's the closest that we have with our dealers.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. So we're day 2 down, good momentum rolling into last day, and we'll come in and make it happen. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back tomorrow.
Take care.
Hey guys, day 3, Andrew David with Anopoly, and we've got Craig here, our VP of Revenue. Super excited, a bit exhausted, but been productive. What's the plan?
The plan is to hit everybody we haven't yet. We've got a couple scheduled with some brand new manufacturers that are just coming on the market. Those will be interesting. If we can get started, we'll be the lead distributor on those products.
Yeah, we got some new dealer relationships we're bringing in with some brick and mortars, some of those new distribution models, and there's some exciting stuff going on. There are literally thousands of vendors we've keyed in. Before we got here, we had a list. We do our research. We want to make sure that the products align, the supply line is in place, and we can take them to the next level.
And represent their brand accurately. They're very concerned because a lot of distributors out there, they just become another number, and we're actually representing them even from a marketing standpoint. We are improving their brand. Yeah,
the whole goal is to expand their market reach, build more there, and get into more distributors so we can get in more hands at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we got a full plate on, follow along and come along for the ride.
All right. Thank you.